Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm excited to share with you guys a new release from WingMan EDC. This model is called the TORO, and it's a collaboration between Kevin Foster, who's the designer, and then of course we have the Lee Williams kickstop mechanism. And one kind of fun fact about this knife is this knife, the TORO, is based off of a one-of-one custom that Kevin Foster and Lee Williams built several years back. If you guys go to the Recon One website and you search TORO, you can actually see the specific custom that this entire lineup is based off of. So that's kind of a fun fact. But anyways, we're going to take a look at this thing. So again, new release. It's debuting at the California Custom Knife Show this weekend in California, obviously. And WingMan EDC kind of has a relatively simple formula. They get together top tier makers. They get together Riot OEM work. They incorporate a kickstop mechanism on a bunch of different models, not on all of them, but a bunch. And they bring out some really great collaborations in the production space that, again, like based on a custom that there's only one of. So I think that's pretty neat. So let's take a look at what this thing ships with. So you get a branded pouch. Here's the box. This is the TORO Mach 3. Apparently this one they're calling a frosted satin. This one's number 63. You get the pivot tool for the proprietary pivot, and then you get a dog tag, which is the certificate of authenticity. This one's number 67. So let's move all that stuff out of the way. Let's get into specs here real quick, then we'll dive into the details. So size comparison, we've got the Kershaw Dividend. We have the Spyderco Para 2. I have a few other ones here, but looking at a blade length of about 3 1/4 here, 3.25, handle length of about 4.5, overall about 7.75 inches on this thing, and it weighs in at a fairly light weight, about 3.4 ounces, which for a titanium frame lock flipper with the kickstop mechanism, it's actually pretty lightweight. Let's look at another one. We've got the WingMan ASA. That was a collab with GTC. I have another one here in the same space. We have the Mayo TNT. So a little bit bigger than this one, a little bit bigger than both of them really. So, but just a smidge bigger than the ASA. Anyways, so M390 blade. It is hollow ground. Handles, titanium, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at it real quick here. Give you guys some close-ups and then we'll dive a little bit more into the details. 3D milled clip. WingMan logo. Lee Williams logo. Kevin Foster logo. So all logoed up. Some nice internal milling here, which you can see. This design element, this larger hole here, was on that one-off custom, so they carry that through. This, kind of fuller here on the lock side was also on the one-off custom. It's an interesting design detail, but it does give you a little bit of grip if you're pinching this thing to close it. So, yeah. All right. Overall, there's some things that I really like about this one. The size is spot on. You've got some great ergonomics in hand here. It fits my XL hand perfectly. Nice neutral spot for your thumb to rest on that flat on top there. Beautiful buoy style blade shape here. Nice hollow grind. It's got a lot going for it. One of my favorite things though probably has to be the balance in hand. And this is something that either I really appreciate or kind of really irritates me about some knives is, if it's balanced kind of right around the first finger here, and it's hard to do underneath the camera. You guys can see my first finger is right there. If it balances on that first finger, when it's in hand, it feels even lighter than its actual weight would depict. But if you've got one that's really blade heavy or really butt heavy, it always feels like if you don't have a good grip on it, it's trying to slide out of your hand one way or another. This is beautifully balanced in hand, which I'm a huge fan of. Feels lightweight, good size, good shape, good action. Who doesn't love the kickstop? So, yeah. Now, there are a couple different versions of this. This is the kind of the plain Jane titanium version. It's coming in at about 350 bucks. There are some with carbon fiber, you know, on this side of the handle here, they call it a carbon fibered bolster look to it. 3 different colors of carbon fiber. Those are coming in at $425. And then if you want to go, you know, super fancy balls to the wall, they have one with what's called dark tie, which is a titanium Damascus type material like Timascus, but it's, you know, branded or something like that. And Damasteel, those ones top the scale at about $795. What's interesting though, looking at the specs, the weight on the Timascus looking one is only about 4.1 ounces versus the 3.4 here. So they managed to keep even that one fairly lightweight, which again is surprising. Typically when you find the super dressy ones with all the polished Timascus type material, they tend to get really heavy. So I don't have that one here with me, but again, you guys will be able to see them on the website at dealers and stuff pretty soon. So price, specs, different versions. Yeah, let's look at the blade here. So you've got, they're calling this a frosted satin. It's a really nice bead blast here on the primary bevel. The flats are hand rubbed satins. It's got a nice bead blast up here too. It's a really good look. It's a nice finish. I've been cutting with this thing, you know, normal stuff. No wear on the finish yet, so it seems to be reasonably durable. I haven't, you know, stabbed this into a bag of concrete or anything, so we'll see. Got the cool kick stop mechanism. Works really well. Really nice action. Very solid. So, yeah. Coming to the handles, you've got the their proprietary pivot there, and the propeller-esque logo. There's technically a pivot collar here on the carbon fiber ones that is colored, but on this one it's just the regular satin titanium. You do have a kind of a plain titanium back spacer, 3D milled clip. Works pretty well. It does catch on the pocket a little bit, but it doesn't get stuck there. It just grabs for a sec. I always like this milling style here in the lock bar relief. Centering's perfect. You know, there's no fit and finish issues. There's no hot spots for my hands. So a lot of nice details, but the action, whew, really good stuff. So yeah. Let me see what else do we want to talk about here. Handle scales, pocket clip action, blade. If I haven't mentioned, it's M390 on this particular one. So obviously top tier blade steel. And yeah, that's pretty much everything with this one. So keep an eye out for the show. Hopefully someone does some good coverage of the Friday Night Blade Affair and California Custom Knife Show this weekend. I won't be there, so hopefully someone else is willing to put in some really good coverage. That would certainly be nice to see. Comments, questions, let me know. I'll answer what I can. And I don't know if I can share links yet, but if I can, I'll go ahead and link to the various dealer websites and so forth. But again, thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been well over 10 years and more than 500 videos. So for those of you guys who are still around, still watching, really appreciate you. More videos to come, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.